Okay, for this problem it says supply a conclusion that will make the following argument valid, and the problems that we have will utilize, where is it? This sheet here. But we're only looking for valid ones, so I only have to focus on those four. And so let me start with the statement says, or the following argument, it starts with an if. It says if the lights are on, then the person is home. So I know that I have an if-then arrow here. And then it goes, if the lights are on, and we're going to highlight that as P. So if P, then the person is home, and that'll be my Q. So if P, then Q. And then it goes on to say that J isn't home. So obviously the person is J. So Q is actually J is home. But now it says J isn't home. Need a different color. Go with orange. Isn't home. That's my next premise. So it's going to be a negation of the Q. And then when they say therefore, you know, that's the line with the dot, 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 and you're supposed to fill in the blank here. And so what I just did to make it as easy as possible is I go back to this and I look for, if I can get this to move, come on, move, there we go. I look for whatever matches that, and it would be the law of contraposition, because my first statement is if P, then Q, and then we'd have the negation of Q. So therefore this should be the negation of P. And since P was the lights are on, that's P, we're gonna negate that by saying the lights are not on. The lights are not on. J's lights aren't on. There you go. J's lights aren't on. Because P is the lights are on. We need to negate that to make it a valid argument. And the only one that makes sense is J's lights aren't on. All right. And I'll go ahead and do the next one as well. Same type problem. Now this one says she could wear the blue dress or the red one. So I'm going to let she could wear the blue dress be P. And then you have an or, which an or is a V. And then the red one will let be Q. So what we have here is P. Let me write it over here a little further. P or Q. That's my first premise. Then the next premise says she didn't wear the blue dress. Okay, so when we said she could wear the blue dress, she wear the blue dress, that is P, right? But we're throwing a didn't in there, so that makes it a negation. So my next premise is the negation of P. And then you got the therefore, so you draw the line and do those three little dots things, and we're looking for the correct conclusion. So I go back and I grab this, and I'm looking for P or Q, negation of P, and that is This one here, the disjunctive syllogism. I got the P or the Q, and then I got the negation of P, so it's got to be, the conclusion is just Q. And Q is the red one, so she wore the red dress. Yeah. Q is just the red one. She could wear the blue dress, or she could wear the red one, so she wore the red one. And that is the end of section 3.4.